Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there's a new build in town. And it's spicy. Yes, I'm talking about double SMGs, double harmony with the Titan. You never have to reload. And if you play your cards right, you will always have harmony. Alright, first of all, let's talk about the subclass. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want the Touch of Thunder aspect. We want improved grenades, just so we can get people in, drag them a little closer. This isn't a necessity. If you'd prefer to run the other one right here, if you want to run this, feel free. The real necessity is this one right here, Juggernaut. With full class ability energy, and after sprinting for a short period of time, you gain a frontal shield that blocks incoming damage. The SMGs, you gotta be close. Not super close, but close. Then, we move on to the Seismic Strike Arc Melee. I use it to get around the map super fast, which is a necessity for this build. Then, we have the Thruster class ability. It recharges super fast, so you're going to have your Juggernaut shield up constantly, and it allows you to move around the map super fast. Another key part to this class. Now, move on to the super. You can use either or. Doesn't really matter. I've just been screwing around with Thunder Crash. It's been super fun. Then, the Fragments. First up, we want Spark of Feedback. Taking melee damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage, and we get plus 10 resilience. This spark's just really good because you can out melee an overshield target if they melee you first. It just works out nicely. Then, Spark of Resistance. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage. This is super good because you got to be up close and personal with those SMGs, so you're surrounded. You're going to get that increased resistance. It just works out nicely. Then, finally, we have Spark of Amplitude. Rapidly defeating targets while you're amplified creates orbs of power. Now, this one is not a necessity, but being that you are switching between your SMGs ridiculously fast and you're going to be up in people's faces so much, you will create orbs of power. And those orbs of power will get you charged with light and give you high energy fire, so you're just putting more damage in the game. You're just shredding through people. Now, if you're not too excited about the Arc subclass, that's okay. You can use just about any of them, but for another side choice, you could choose the Sunbreaker Titan, and you can put on the Fragment Ember of Torches. When you throw your hammer at someone, you are going to become Radiant, and then you're going to be doing more damage. So you're going to stack Radiant with Harmony and possibly High Energy Fire. You're going to be shredding through people so freaking fast, it's going to be ridiculous, and people are going to think you're cheating. Now let's talk about our SMGs. You want a primary SMG with Harmony. Submission just happens to be the easiest one to get. There's also Forensic Nightmare, which is super easy to get as well. And there's the Cold Front. Those three. Those are your primary SMGs that are going to have Harmony. You can slot any of them. I just personally like Submission the most. Then we have the secondary slot. You're going to want to run Harmony on this as well. You can run Shayura's Wrath or Out of Bounds. That's really your only two picks, but they're both fantastic. Out of Bounds is the only one you can currently get in the game right now. If you have an old Shayura's Wrath with Harmony, slap that on because Shayura's Wrath is insane. This gun is also insane, so honestly, just play with your preference if you've got both. If you don't have both, just go play Crucible. You will get a roll. I promise you, this gun is dropping every single match. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, not every single match, but a lot. Now we move on to our Peacekeepers, and this is going to reload your SMGs for you, and it's going to allow you to be instantly ready with those SMGs. So you're never going to have to reload. You're just going to be constantly switching back and forth in the fights, getting one kill with one, switching so you have Harmony on the next one, getting a kill, switching again, you have Harmony on the next one. You basically continuously have a crazy damage buff. So why is Harmony so key to this build? Well, the perk says Final Blows with other weapons improves this weapon's performance and damage for a short duration. So that means when you get a kill with Submission, Out of Bounds gets a damage buff and an increase to its handling. Or when you get a kill with Out of Bounds, Submission gets those buffs. So it's this sick cycle where you start by getting a kill with whatever SMG you want, doesn't matter. Then the next one gets Harmony. You get a kill with Harmony. Then the next one gets Harmony. And you will forever be in this infinite loop of 20% damage increase and plus 15 handling. It is nuts. Nothing can keep up with you unless they have something like Kill Clip or they have Radiant stacked with like another damage perk. It's just crazy good. Now, if we're talking bare minimum for this build, all you need is 2 SMGs with Harmony and the Peacekeepers. That's all you need, and it's super fun and enjoyable. But if you want to just push it over the edge, you add this subclass and you add the following mods. We have submachine gun targeting, just always have that on. That's just key. Then we have taking charge. Then submachine gun dexterity. I'm not too sure if this really helps out because the SMGs are instantly ready with the peacekeepers, but I throw it on because I got nothing else better to put in there because the reloading doesn't do anything because you auto reload. Then we have unflinching submachine gun aim. Just always have those on. They're super, super good. If you can throw high energy fire on those rapid kills, you get an orb of power. Picking up that orb of power allows you to become charged with light with taking charge. Then you use high energy fire to shred through your next enemy. It's a ridiculous cycle and it just adds on top of harmony. Then at the bottom, I like to add utility kickstart because when I'm using the thruster ability, I gain energy for all my other abilities. All that being said, where is this build most potent? Well, PvP, of course. In Rumble specifically, it is amazing. Like, it absolutely shreds. In Elimination, it works great too. As long as you are moving around the map in flanks, it works great. Now, I don't think it works amazing in sixes, but I still think it's a super good viable option. Maybe you're a better Crucible player than I am. I just couldn't get it to quite mesh in sixes, but Rumble, oh my gosh, it was so freaking good. I could turn around and I could spawn trap a bunch of people with this build because I was just constantly throwing out 20% more damage than they could even get at me. It was crazy good. Well, that's the full build, Guardians. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video entertaining or useful, or you're going to try out this build, let me know down in the comments. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button because we're a really small channel right now, but I've got high hopes for this channel. I've got big things coming and it's going to be a really good time. So I hope you all stick around. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day, Guardians.